Hi, Jeff Opdyke, and welcome to the Fairview Hotel in Nairobi, Kenya. I just got here from a trip from Ghana. I've been in Africa now for about 6 days. It's part of my new research I'm doing for some of my investment publications, as well as a new book I'm in the middle of writing right now. And I've come to Africa because, to me, this is one of the best investment opportunities for probably the next 2 or 3 decades. It is the next and last great frontier in investing because of the rise of the middle class that's happening here, the rise of prosperity that's happening here, even in places where people don't really suspect that you would find prosperity, like Angola or Rwanda, which were these formerly war-torn nations. And even there, from all my research I've been doing for years, and particularly from the research I've been doing while I was here, you hear from a lot of people that there's a sort of a nascent middle class even growing up there. But when you're in a place like Kenya or when you're in a place like Ghana, the middle class today is 30% of the population. So there's clearly investment opportunities as these people rise up and have more spending power. In fact, I've been looking at all the products that I've been consuming here, and you look on the back and they're all coming from South Africa, they're coming from Europe, they're coming from the Middle East, because they see all these opportunities. Those companies see all these opportunities to provide Africans with all these consumer goods. And I wanted to tell you the 3 reasons to me why Africa is such an interesting opportunity for investors. They're not going to sound like investment opportunities for the most part, because they're not really sort of investment oriented for the most part. One of them is, but the first one is a highly educated population here. Most people don't think of Africa as a place where you're going to get a high degree of education, but it's a lot of education is happening here. I was in Ghana. They were telling me from some of the interviews I was conducting that it used to be a country with about 3 universities that were all sort of state-run. Today there are 40 universities in Ghana, and everybody is rushing in to get a degree in Ghana because they realize that education is the key to prosperity. I was talking to a guy who runs a mortgage finance company, and he was telling me that his parents never got past 6th grade. But now he's middle class because he's working and earning about $20,000 a year underwriting home loans for all the Ghanaians who want to buy houses these days. So you have a strong emphasis on education. You also have a strong emphasis on entrepreneurialism. This is one of the most entrepreneurial cultures I have come across here in Kenya, as well as in Ghana. And it's because they see entrepreneurialism as a way to get out of poverty. I mean, people here are running away from poverty as fast as they can because they know what poverty is like. One of the ladies I was talking to says, look, everybody in Africa knows poverty, either because they've lived it themselves, their families lived it, or they have friends who are living in poverty right now. Nobody wants to be in poverty, and they're not relying on the state for anything. They are sort of busting their butt like Americans used to do, and they are pursuing any entrepreneurial means they can to generate a lifestyle that is better than what their parents knew. So entrepreneurialism is really on the rise all over this place. And finally, you have stable governments. I mean, when you look at the education and the entrepreneurialism together, it leads to a middle class that has money. And when you have money in a middle class, the worst thing that could happen is to lose that, And so they want a stable government that is going to provide them the opportunities to maintain their middle class style of life. So you've got stable government, entrepreneurialism, and education, and that's really leading to some strong investment opportunities here in Africa. Because of the opportunities I see in Africa, this is a place where I would want to put 5 to 7% of my overall portfolio and just be patient. This is not something that's going to turn next week, next Tuesday, a month from now, a year from now. It's a long-term holding that you're going to benefit from over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And the easiest way into it is through something like the Market Vectors Africa Index ETF, which trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol AFK. And you can trade that from just about any brokerage account, or any brokerage account in America. Something like a Pan-Africa fund is one that's going to benefit from all the trends I've seen in my research: the education, the stable government, and the entrepreneurialism. It's something that could double or triple over time, even more, as Africa continues to grow. So until next time, stay sovereign.